Many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV, and this is the news coming to you live from our studios along Kairaba Avenue. Coming up this evening, the OIC Secretariat has taken journalists on a conducted tour of some of the sites that will be part of the 50-kilometer of roadworks ahead of hosting next year's. Has donated the first ever blood coagulation machine in the Gambia and a refrigerator to get worth over $500,000 used to the Edward Francis Moore Teaching Hospital. To their maiden AFCON appearance, African football's most prestigious national tournament. Of the Gambia Police Force on Friday concluded a 5-day training course on insurance and road traffic management. In international news, World Theatre Day is celebrated on Saturday, 27th March, and we find out how it is being commemorated in the Gambia. And in sports news, we tell who else besides the Gambia has qualified for next year's AFCON. Well, for more on these and other stories coming up, I am Answane Sonyasi. Summit to be held in the Gambia. Babakar C has the rest of that story.
Companies in Africa, Europe and Asia took a tour of the 20 feeder roads expected to be constructed to help ease traffic congestions during the summit. The project is part of a massive infrastructural development as part of hosting the 2022 OIC Summit. A VVIP lounge, 5-star hotel, a 22-kilometer road linking Airport Johnson to Stinkona, and a 50-kilometer feeder roads are expected to be constructed before the summit. The contractors were shown the 20 feeder roads from Joswang to Brufut and are expected to study the design and present a construction plan and cost before a winning bidder will be awarded the contract in line with the Gambia Public Procurement Authority regulations. At the end of the tour, Keba Trawale of the National Roads Authority said 15 companies have applied to be awarded the contract.
This process is an obligatory step. It's part of the tender process, okay? So in order to give the contractors the feel of the site so that they can prepare a very competitive proposal, we have successfully completed all the sites and the contractors have seen or have a feel of how the sites are for them to prepare their bids. That is the purpose of this site visit.
Before the construction begins, some properties along the designated areas are to be demolished, and the demolition of fences and houses as well, in order to widen the roads. Mr. Trawale explains.
It is the contractor who is going to do the actual demolition. But there are many processes that has to be fulfilled first before we carry out the demolitions. We have started the process, okay? From the design of the consultant, he has estimated the affected structures that are likely to be demolished. So we have marked them all. So we are just waiting to have the contractor on board. When he set out the center line on the ground, we will know exactly how much each structure will be affected.
Looking at the timing and the construction not yet started, some are of the opinion that the roads will not be completed in time for the summit. The project manager of the OIC Secretariat of the Gambia, Ibrahim Akoli, explains.
Initially, we planned to have this work start in March, but we proposed and got disposed. Okay? Our plans was to start in March. Everything we had to do from our side, from the consultant side, was done, right? But these are funds that are not Gambia government owned. We have to seek for approvals from the other end. So you will send it over, they will look at it, respond back to you. Maybe they will recommend here some changes here and there. So you have to do that and send it back. So that is actually the main cause of this delay. So we're looking at now April, May at least for works to start. The assurance I can give you is these roads will be built. That I know of, inshallah. And they will start for the end of the second quarter of this year, and then 14 months after they will be completed.
With these words from the project manager on how the process is done and the rainy season fast approaching, some observers are saying this is a very challenging target to try and meet before the summit in 2022. For those analysts, this looks a mammoth task. Babukar Sy, QTV News.
Hemophilia is a rare blood disorder in which the blood does not clot properly. Protein called clotting factors work with platelets to stop bleeding at the site of an injury. People with hemophilia produce lower amount of the factor than those without the condition. This means the person tends to bleed for a longer time after an injury, and they are more susceptible to internal bleeding. This bleeding can be fatal if it occurs within a vital organ such as the brain. Handing over the equipment, the CEO of the foundation, Van Dijaya, said blood testing is key to diagnosing hemophilia. Thus, the reason for the donation to the first ever blood coagulation machine to the main referral hospital of the country. He also reveals that his foundation is working with other partners to donate a significant amount of medication to the hospital.
I'm also communicating with the World Hemophilia that also bringing the machine alone is not the solution into the country. We can do the test. At the end of the day, we don't have medication to give to our patients. So I also communicated to them. So possibly anytime from now, there will be drugs coming to the Gambia again. So we are also going to have medication into the Gambia. So no more going to Senegal again for treatment.
Speaking on behalf of the management of the hospital, the public relations officer of the hospital, Keba Sane, applauded the donors for the gesture while calling on the foundation and organizations to emulate and consider supporting the country's main referral hospital.
Everybody is referred to this institution, and therefore we believe strongly that it takes the government, individuals, corporations, and companies actually to come to the aid of this institution so as to be able to carry out the functions, the purpose for which it is built for. We thank you very much, the Gambia Hemophilia Foundation, and we hope and pray that other organizations will emulate this very wonderful gesture of thinking of this institution. When we are strong here, other institutions can be equally supported.
Receiving the equipment, the principal laboratory scientist at the Edward Francis Teaching Hospital, Ramatullah Seka, said the donation could not have been timelier, as hemophilia patients in the Gambia are usually referred to Dakar for testing and treatment. While assuring donors of the proper use of the machine, Seka reveals that since the arrival of the machine, her team in the laboratory have undergone training for its proper use. She further appeals to the foundation to raise public awareness on the hemophilia disorder in the Gambia.
As laboratory scientists, we have seen how patients suffer a lot when they come here with their request, and they have to travel all the way to Senegal just for them to be screened to know actually what type of hemophilia they're suffering from. And then, as he has said, it has been very hectic and a very big burden on the patients as well. So this machine has come in timely, and then I'm sure we will use it wisely and accordingly. I'm sure the doctors will also be very happy in terms of treatment-wise, and knowing that not only is the lab screening and telling them their results, but then there's also a hope that medication will be coming in soon.
Hemophilia is normally inherited disorder. It happens because of a defectous source in one of the clotting factor genes on the X chromosome. Hemophilia tends to occur in males, since the gene can be passed from mother to son. Males typically lack a second X chromosome, so they are unable to make up for the defective gene. The disorder can also develop if the body forms antibodies to clotting factors in the body that then stop the clotting factors from working. The Safe Mother and Hemophilia Foundation de Gambia is a health-oriented charitable organization which concentrates on hemophilia disease. The foundation was formed and registered in 2019 with the vision of ensuring that everyone remains healthy. Reporting for QTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
Join the Gambia's fastest growing network and enjoy high-speed 4G LTE. Dial #335# to subscribe to QCell's 4G LTE service. There's no need to swap your SIM. QCell, Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow.
Buy your QCell credit using your QMoney account without any hassle. Cash in any amount starting from $10 and enjoy the amazing services QMoney has to offer. With QMoney, life is easy. Visit your nearest QMoney agent to cash in or call customer care on 133.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444.
From an early age, we value the feeling of speed, the thrill of the wind as we rush to our destinations, the feel of our feet bounding over the ground, the way the world blurs as we rush by. Faster, faster than a ray of light, I'm flying. I have one speed, I have one gear. Keep on moving, I won't stop till I get there. Want to experience speed? Then subscribe to the Gambia's 4G LTE mobile network, QCell. With speeds of up to 45 megabytes per second, you can get online in the blink of an eye. The fastest browsing, stream videos faster, do much more faster. Just dial *335# to join the fastest club. QCell's 4G LTE mobile network. Go faster. For more information, call 111. QCell, Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit